Get ready to power up your gaming library. Steam Daily is back, and we're diving into the releases of 14 December 2023. In this exciting game, learn Japanese RPG Hiragana Forbidden Speech, players embark on an adventure to learn Japanese through a comedic RPG experience with professional Japanese voice acting. Aimed at anime fans with minimal Japanese skills, the game integrates language learning into real conversations, offering a balanced approach known as mild immersion. With a focus on small-step immersion, the game gradually introduces hiragana, words, and grammar, allowing players to grow their vocabulary and reading ability over time. The adaptive dialogue system tailors the experience based on the player's knowledge, displaying dialogue in English or Japanese accordingly. With features like real-time battles, over 50 tutorials, and 16 minutes 20 hours of gameplay, this game provides a fun and effective introduction to Japanese language and culture. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, this game serves as a valuable tool for learning Japanese, blending RPG gameplay with language lessons. It caters to fans of RPG Maker games, offering an entertaining adventure and a chance to delve into Japanese language basics. The unique combat system, humor, and incorporation of Japanese lessons receive praise. While the story is somewhat linear and may not be as serious as some players prefer, the overall learning experience is highly commended. The game effectively teaches 250 vocabulary words and includes grammar lessons, making it a comprehensive language learning resource. The story, while serviceable, integrates moments for vocabulary practice, keeping the tone lighthearted. The ability to personalize the learning experience, including adjusting word levels and turning off voice acting, adds to the game's appeal. The New Game Plus mode allows players to revisit early dialogue in hiragana with their existing vocabulary. Despite occasional dialogue in English, the game seamlessly transitions between both languages. The consensus among reviewers is overwhelmingly positive, with many expressing satisfaction with the game's effectiveness in making language learning enjoyable. The game, House Flipper 2, is a renovation simulation offering new mechanics and enhanced visuals. Set in Pinnacle, players tackle engaging renovation projects in sandbox mode or quick jobs. Reviews highlight exciting improvements, quality of life upgrades, and a compelling storyline. Accessibility concerns arise due to sustained mouse button holding, impacting users with certain conditions. Despite this, the game earns a 7/10 rating, praised for success status, diverse buildings, improved graphics, and engaging storytelling, though some note performance issues on specific platforms. Overall, House Flipper 2 shows potential for future enhancements. House Flipper 2 is a renovation simulation game that caters to both novices and experts. With familiar tools like the hammer, paint roller, and mop, the game introduces new mechanics and enhanced visuals. The sandbox mode lets you unleash creativity by building from scratch. Set in the tranquil town of Pinnacle, players navigate through engaging renovation projects and quick jobs. Whether constructing dream homes or discovering stories within walls, you're the foreman, deciding your path in this new era of House Flipper. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that House Flipper 2 brings exciting improvements, including quality of life upgrades and a compelling storyline. However, accessibility issues arise as every mechanic requires sustained mouse button holding, causing discomfort for users with certain conditions. Despite this drawback, the game retains its enjoyable aspects and shows potential for improvement with added features. While some praise its fantastic success status with diverse buildings, improved graphics, and engaging storytelling, others note performance issues on certain platforms. The overall consensus is positive, with a 7/10 rating acknowledging the game's advancements and potential for future enhancements. The game Mind Over Magic is a simulation developed by Sparkapants and published by Clay Publishing. Design your ideal magic school, navigating challenges in the deadly underschool. Customize every detail from room design to magical studies. Explore the labyrinth, face magical battles, and respect the spirits of the departed. Craft wands, potions, and familiars to enhance your skill. Teach and master various magic disciplines to unlock your students' potential. The goal is to keep everyone content and alive while preventing the deadly fog spread. Wishlist now for a unique experience in magical education. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that Mind Over Magic is an absurdly charming and impressively well-crafted colony/management sim. Players lead a peculiar troupe of arcane scholars in constructing an expanding academy, researching occult amenities, and battling monsters. The game radiates soul with its SeaOrama-inspired presentation, gorgeous visuals, lively inhabitants, and joys of its mechanics. Despite being in ongoing development, the quality is so high that one forgets it's not a complete release. Sparkapants demonstrates an undying commitment to both their work and the community. The team is communicative, receptive to feedback, and quick to address issues. The game, with its try, fail, learn, and try again approach, offers an enjoyable and fulfilling experience. It's an adorable, addicting, and unique banger, with players sinking hours into the Wizard School experience. Mind over Magic has evolved impressively since its beta access, keeping what was great and improving the rest. The colony sim features a distinct art style and outshines some finished games even in early access. Described as a fantastically charming game, it's likened to a mix of Tim Burton and Mike Mignola meeting Hogwarts with a tactical fighting game in the monster-filled basement. Overall, the game is positively delightful, having come a long way since the demo and generating anticipation for its future development. In this exciting game, Gnorp Apologue, players must help small beings called Gnorps amass wealth. It's a unique incremental game where hitting a rock yields shards, a currency for upgrading and building. Gnorps employ diverse methods, from headbutting to psychic powers to extract shards. The game is a strategic incremental experience, offering various Gnorps, upgrades, the talent stone, status effects, and Zibellium for optimizing shard generation. With a focus on theorizing and executing builds, players decide the fate of the Gnorps in their quest for wealth. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, Gnorp Apologue is a charming blend of clicker and idle game elements. Players manage a colony of Gnorps, directing them to hit a rock for materials that upgrade their abilities. The pixel art, entertaining upgrades, ambient music, and clever description set it apart. Despite its mostly idle nature, the game offers engaging progression, featuring prestiging and permanent upgrades. Priced affordably, it provides a cute, satisfying experience with surprising depth and strategy. The soundtrack is widely praised, and the overall consensus is overwhelmingly positive, making Gnorp Apologue a worthwhile and addictive gaming experience. The game Rivertales Stronger Together is a 3D co-op adventure platformer with a colourful cartoon aesthetic. Play with friends online through Steam Remote Play or Parsec. Choose between Fopal, the curious purple kitten, or Finn, the independent fish, and embark on a visually stunning journey through diverse natural environments. Solve puzzles, face innovative river-themed challenges, and engage in nail-biting boss fights. Teamwork is essential, but for those seeking a challenge, there's also a lone wolf mode for solo play, requiring coordination between both characters. Explore, cooperate, and save Furple's family from mortal danger. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that Rivertales Stronger Together is a charming 3D platformer designed for local co-op play. Playing as Furple a cat and Finn a fish, the game emphasizes teamwork and communication. While the graphics and art style are praised, the absence of graphic settings is a downside. The game, currently in early access, offers a cooperative experience with attention to detail but poses a challenge in solo play. The first 2 chapters are available, featuring cute characters, satisfying challenges, and imaginative design. However, some players note occasional bugs and control issues. The game's world is both strange and engaging, making it an intriguing addition to the Rivertales franchise. In this exciting game, Cookie Cutter The Void, players must navigate a dystopian world ruled by an infinite egomaniac leader. Promised utopia turns to decay as the stolen Red Seed sparks a blood-soaked quest for revenge. Renegade Mechanic Cherry, fueled by love and rage, embarks on an over-the-top 2D platformer through the megastructure. Hand-drawn visuals, epic battles, and irreverent storytelling deliver an unforgettable experience inspired by Japanese manga and Tarantino films. Explore 10 bizarre zones in this Metroidvania, where Cherry chainsaw murders foes, crushes robots on a motorcycle, and engages in gory finishers, offering a unique and immersive gameplay experience. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Reviewers are of the opinion that the art and animations are absolutely amazing, while the gameplay/combat is deemed serviceable for the price. The story is intriguing, but has some rough spots. The game is short, sweet, and stylish, with an unusual feature of interacting with a robot character. It runs great on the deck. Despite minor complaints about voice acting, warp points, parry timing, and boss difficulty, the game's constantly evolving mechanics and unique art style receive praise. Some occasional bugs are noted, but expected to be patched. Despite the issues, the game is recommended for Metroidvania enthusiasts and deemed underrated. However, one critical review points out the lack of polish, poor hit feedback, and over-animated combat, suggesting the game might have worked better as an animated short. Despite efforts in animation, the game's visual aspects lack detail, interactivity, and overall polish. In contrast, another review describes the game as a superb Metroidvania with excellent art, over-the-top gore, and rewarding combat. The pacing is great, though level design is not perfect. Overall, it is highly recommended. The game Bahnsen Knights is a pixel-pulped interactive adventure set in a world of religious fanaticism and F5 tornadoes. As undercover Agent Boulder infiltrate the supercharged cult led by enigmatic Tony to unravel the mystery behind a friend's disappearance. The Bahnsen Knights, powered by religious seal and seers, perform route exorcisms and hold paranormal investigator Lou Hill captive. Investigate the charismatic Tony, an ex-car salesman, and confront dangers to uncover the truth. Immerse in branching narratives, decide fates and choose your own adventure style, and solve brain-tickling puzzles. Survive the investigation, earn trust, and piece together the interconnected world of Pixel Pulps in this standalone experience, the third in the series. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, Pixel Pulp's latest installment, Bahnsen Knights, has garnered widespread acclaim. The game is praised for its enhanced art, storytelling, and atmospheric qualities compared to its predecessors. The moody atmosphere reminiscent of a 1970s thriller film captivates players, while the character Tony adds an intriguing layer to the narrative. Eurogamer's glowing review highlights the magic of Bahnsen Knights, applauding its light-handed plot that allows players to shape the narrative and the engaging gaps in action scenarios. The game takes players deep into its world, leaving them in a daze, eager to explore more. Bahnsen Knights is hailed as an incredible game, diverging from Pixel Pulp's earlier titles to present a more oppressive and personal story. The design, featuring a predominant red palette, effectively heightens the horror and paranoia experienced by the protagonist. The minigames, more accurately rendered than before, contribute to the suffocating atmosphere. The fragmented micro-locations add depth, emphasizing the protagonist's precarious journey. Considered an essential trilogy, the game is best appreciated when understanding its narrative, aesthetic, and thematic connections with previous titles. Reviewers express enthusiasm for the story, praising the character builder and the game's focus on uncovering motives. Dialogue options with surprising consequences, eerie vibes, and the incorporation of minigames enhance the overall experience. Players appreciate the nostalgic yet fresh feel, citing the game's ability to transport them back to childhood gaming while offering a new and enjoyable experience. The addictive quality of Pixel Pulp games remains intact, with players getting immersed to the point of losing track of time. The game's unique pixel art, fitting music, and interesting story receive commendation, though some note a desire for voice-over work to enhance immersion. Overall, Bahnsen Knights is celebrated as a standout title in the Pixel Pulp series, earning praise for its captivating narrative, engaging gameplay, and atmospheric design. SeaOrama World of Shipping is a strategic simulation game that puts players in charge of their own shipping company. With a fleet of 17 ship types and 90 port locations, players embark on an entrepreneurial journey to build a maritime empire. Plan trade routes across a vast world map, considering market trends and geopolitical events. Manage a diverse fleet, strike lucrative contracts, and overcome challenges to rise as the shipping industry's next kingpin. From a single vessel to a dominant global force, strategize, invest wisely, and watch your company grow in this dynamic trade simulation. And now we come to the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, SeaOrama is criticized for being unfinished, with a limited number of ports and ship types accompanied by glitches. Some argue that Transocean and ports of call offer a superior gaming experience. Negative feedback emphasizes the game's current state and questions its value for money. However, others find enjoyment acknowledging the developer's foreign presence and willingness to address issues. Despite identified bugs, some view them as minor, expecting improvement. Complaints range from engine malfunctions to delivery mishaps, impacting overall gameplay. Mixed sentiments persist, with contrasting views on the game's simplicity, repetitiveness, and graphics. While some commend the relaxing experience, others express disappointment, considering it a half-finished product. Suggestions for improvement include tooltips and graphical representation. Long load times and unmet expectations contribute to divided opinions, causing shifts from positive to negative assessments. For those seeking a trading-focused game reminiscent of Transocean, SeaOrama appears promising, yet comparisons to classic titles like Ports of Call are met with disappointment. Despite concerns, some players find SeaOrama enjoyable, appreciating its graphics, smooth gameplay, and potential for empire building. Trust in active developers to address issues influences positive reviews, creating a varied landscape of opinions on SeaOrama's current state and future potential. In this exciting game, Five Nights at Freddy's help 1 to 2 players must prove their prowess in pizzeria management and maintenance. As a new Fazbear employee, tasks include assisting Roxanne Wolf and ST at FFBot's backstage, enjoying classic games in the Fazcade, handling staff-only responsibilities, and participating in food prep courses. Venture into the ticket booth for e-ticket attractions like Captain Fox's Cowboy Adventure and explore VR minigames in the sister location. With high-speed food service, routine animatronic maintenance, and eerie experiences, Five Nights at Freddy's Help 1 to 2 awaits brave applicants. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to a $40 game featuring the pursuit of Roxanne, ending in a fatal molly. Graphics offer immersive VR with a captivating Roxy up close. Gameplay receives high marks, while audio is praised. The audience skews towards teens and adults. PC requirements range from decent to high-end. The game demands significant brain usage, with minimal grinding. Some lore adds depth to the story. Long gameplay, a worth the price, and minor bugs contribute to a 9/10 rating. Users share frustrations about being stuck in VR purgatory and provide a humorous recipe in the review. Technical issues are addressed with a helpful solution for Oculus users. The game Custom Match Wars offers 2 editions, Ultimate Edition and EDF Collab Edition. The Ultimate Edition is a deluxe package featuring the main game, collaboration content with the Earth Defense Force series, and an extensive collection of 70 anime game collaboration accessory parts. It also includes custom voices for navigation AI. The EDF Collab Edition includes the main game, EDF Collab Match parts, accessories, and additional missions. Both editions emphasize the Omega customization system, allowing players to build unique mechs with diverse abilities and fighting styles. The game offers thrilling third-person action shooter gameplay, encouraging players to customize, battle, and engage in online multiplayer competitions with their Omega customized mechs. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, the PC port of this game by a Japanese developer falls short of basic standards. Keyboard and mouse controls are inconsistent, with joystick dead zones affecting KBM aiming. Menu navigation lacks mouse functionality, and limited resolution options, including a lack of native resolution, mar the visual experience. Technical issues include freezing upon all tabbing, sound cutouts, and a buggy multiplayer lobby system. Priced at $50, the game's initial appearance is promising, but after just 17 minutes, glaring issues arise. Aiming controls lack consistency, menus have delays, setting options are limited, and maps are sparse. Combat and enemy AI are lackluster, with static fights and uninspiring enemy behavior. Mech building has visual appeal, but obscured stats hinder customization. The story is unremarkable, filled with excessive dialogues. Despite some positive reviews appreciating the game's unique aspects and customization, the prevailing sentiment is that the price is unjustified, making it hard to recommend at its current cost. The game Hibernation Day is a narrative-driven experience centered around family dynamics during the final moments before winter slumber. Created by a small team drawing from personal experiences, the game offers a relatable New Year-themed story infused with humor. With a runtime of approximately 20 minutes and a slightly non-linear structure, players navigate through crisp winter dialogues to help their family find harmony on this festive day. Despite the absence of save points, the game encourages replayability by allowing different choices. The story unfolds on the brink of Hibernation Day, portraying a troubled celebration with a discontented older sister, a missing younger brother, and bickering parents. Players aim to mend relationships and bring peace to the household before the onset of winter hibernation. The development team comprises Sarich Kornivsky as the developer and game designer, Anastasia Vaitkina as the artist, and Alexander Kornivsky as the writer, collectively presenting the creative love child to players. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to a free, cute, and silly opposum game that offers a brief yet enjoyable playtime with replay value. Some players face issues with achievements resetting, anticipating a fix for this since the game is new. The short, humorous story and cheeky inanimate objects contribute to its charm. English may be intentionally imperfect, but the overall experience remains understandable. Despite its brevity, the game delivers a heartwarming narrative with surprising depth, including elements of political commentary and subtle exploration of kids' trauma. The art is praised for its cuteness and serves the player well. While some desire a longer game, many appreciate its emotional impact, making it a great choice for a short, heartwarming experience during the holiday season. In this exciting game, Soulslinger Envoy of Death, players must become an Envoy of Death, unlocking incredible powers in a war against the criminal cartel of the afterlife. Navigate through the rich world of Haven, encountering mysterious NPCs with dark secrets. Be cautious in forming alliances, as each encounter shapes your journey. In this mesmerizing Western fantasy world, experience a tale of grief, loss, and an obsession with cheating death. Craft powerful weapons, unlock permanent upgrades, and face fast-paced roguelite FPS challenges. The story adapts to your actions, offering a gripping narrative with loyal allies and charismatic villains. Prepare for a thrilling journey in a unique world filled with waves of gun fodder and challenging elite mobs. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, the Western fantasy roguelite showcases enjoyable and inventive mechanics. However, its lack of content leads to quick repetitiveness. Despite this, it lays a solid foundation for a classic roguelite, a must-buy for genre enthusiasts in the future. The game received praise for its engaging fast-paced gameplay, unique skills, and distinct upgrades. The graphics, storyline, and overall atmosphere are deemed awesome, with particular appreciation for the developer's dedication. Some players report technical issues, but others acknowledge significant improvements from the earlier demo. The metacurrency grind is manageable, and the evolving difficulty enhances the experience. The world, characters, and roguelite elements receive positive feedback, building anticipation for future expansions. Despite challenges, the game earns an 8/10 for its promising gameplay, graphics, and potential as a great roguelike FPS. My Little Blood Cult Let's Summon Demons is a demonic fishing adventure where players lead a blood cult to capture demons and monsters. The goal is to build the most potent cult by combining skill and luck to create offerings. Fish for a variety of demons, collect unique trophies, and use alchemy to transform loot into powerful bait. Unlock themed worlds and altars inspired by history, legend, and pop culture. Sacrifice followers, take risks, and fill your oddities cabinets to become the ultimate cult leader. Sanguinum Nostradamus Passimus Collection. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to lack of tutorials causing confusion and frustration, especially on PC, desires a more polished PC experience rather than a rough mobile port. Graphics and audio design receive praise, but the overall game lacks engagement. Issues with gameplay, including a mini-game without clear instructions and a time penalty. Mixed opinions on the concept, with potential seen but hindered by current gameplay flaws. Excitement for future updates and improvement, but disappointment in the current state. Appreciation for cozy and cute art style, but concerns about the game being free to play on mobile. Some players find it promising and enjoyable despite the developmental stage and lack of tutorials. Mention of bugs, freemium elements, and the need for quality of life improvements. Recognition of potential but a general sense of unfulfilled expectations and the need for further development.